Just to go through some key eyewitness statements, Maria Gonzalez, the hotel manager, said, "We received multiple complaints about noise from Liam's room. When I approached him in the lobby, he was aggressive and incoherent. He suddenly collapsed and we had to carry him back to his room." Rebecca Thompson, a hotel guest, said, "He looked like he was in a different world. I remember thinking he needed serious help." And his friend Roger said, "I'll never forget how paranoid he was that day. He genuinely believed that people were out to get him." Let's go through a timeline. So at 2 p.m., Liam is at the Casa Sur Hotel in Buenos Aires. Hotel receptionist Anna recalls Liam checked in around 2 p.m. He was stumbling, his speech was slurred, and he kept asking where he could get party supplies. At 3:15, a hotel guest in room 302 reports loud music and shouting coming from Liam's room.
Saying some things that made a few of our guests uncomfortable, and they said that he did start to show signs of intoxication throughout the day. One of our wedding guests did have a meaningful conversation with him. He told her...
It does seem like he spent a long time in this lobby, which again, it's so suspicious. Like, he had so many different interactions this day.
That the reason he was so up was because he was in a boy band, and just saying these things that it didn't really make sense or fit the context of the conversation. Our guest witnessed Liam laying...
That is so sad to hear that quote over and over again. He's like, "I was so effed up because I was in a boy band."
On the sofa in the lobby. This is probably right around 4:30 p.m. And as he was there, he was just lying pretty docile on the sofa or the couch in the lobby.
It's interesting too that he picked to be in the lobby opposed to like to be up in his room. I'm the type of person like, get me right back in my room.
It wasn't necessarily coherent. He definitely looked like he was under the influences according to our guests, but at this point he hadn't really become aggressive or hostile at this point. Apparently something came in on his computer. And
now there's a lot of speculation that while he was sitting here, he actually received a notice about how Maya Henry, that ex, was going to sue him. This cease and desist letter, I don't know if it actually became like a legal suit, but at least it was something along those lines. That's what I believe, and that's why he got so upset.
They describe it as something that Liam just kind of flipped. He went from laying down pretty sedentary to just stood up really agitated, and that's the point where he slammed his laptop on the ground and said something along the lines of this.
So at 3:30, Liam is seen stumbling in the hotel, shouting incoherently. He approaches the guest, Rebecca Thompson, who recalls that he said, "I used to be in a boy band. That's why I'm so effed up," which breaks my heart to hear that. His eyes were bloodshot and he couldn't stand still. Maria, the hotel manager, confronts him, but he refuses to go to his room. At 3:45, Liam collapses in the lobby. Two male members carry him back to his room. It looks like Maria said that, "I was considering calling medical assistance when that incident occurred," which, yeah, go ahead and do it.
And then the final time he came back down, he actually passed out in the lobby of the hotel, looked like convulsing a little bit, and had to be physically like taken back up to his room. And that was about 5 minutes before the eventual incident.
Oh, I just hate seeing this photo, but here's a picture of these men just dragging him up there. Honestly, like at this point, drag him to an EMT car, like sit him up there and call an ambulance to come and just put him in the back. But, you know, it's all in hindsight. I can't blame him, but I do think it's a little bit weird. I really wish I knew what he saw on that laptop that led him to talk about being effed up in a boy band and smashing it onto the ground. I could never smash my laptop. That is my baby. Rebecca, that witness, said, "I've never taken cocaine, but he is behaving exactly as I'd imagine. Someone who was on the drug. He wasn't focusing, his pupils were dilated, and he was behaving in an aggressive way." Now at 4 p.m., we start to get some cryptic posts from Liam in his hotel room. He's speaking incoherently about plans to ride horses. He appears to be disoriented. At 4:15, room service delivers a bottle of whiskey to his room, which he requested through the phone. A staff member, Lewis, recalls he called the front desk at least 5 times asking for more alcohol and cocaine. When I refused, he threatened to destroy the hotel. So at 4:30, hotel guests in room 304 5:04 reported hearing heavy lifting and banging from Liam's room. Can you imagine staying at this hotel and it's like all this stuff is going on? You're like, what in the hell? By 4:45, the hotel finally made a call to police reporting a guest that was drunk with drugs and alcohol destroying his room. At 4:50, Roger arrives at the hotel. His good buddy Roger, he later recalls that Liam was in a terrible state. He kept rambling about being watched and needing to escape. I tried to calm him down, but he was beyond reason. He accused me of being one of them and locked himself in the bathroom. That's when I called the front desk for help. Then we had another manager at the hotel call 911. He asked them to send someone. We need someone urgently because I don't know if his life is in danger, he said. He's in a room that has a balcony and we are scared he might be endangering his life. By the time first responders had arrived, he had already fallen from his balcony.
Y necesitamos que nos envíen a alguien urgente porque, bueno, yo no sé si corre riesgo la vida del huésped. Está en una habitación que tiene balcón y, bueno, estamos un poco con temor de que haga algo.
Now at 5 p.m., another call was made by hotel staff reporting that his room had worsened. The situation's gone way bad. At 5:02, security camera footage shows Liam on the third floor balcony, gesturing wildly and appearing to talk to someone off camera. At 5:03 p.m., we're talking by minute, Liam climbs onto the balcony railing, swaying precariously. The footage cuts out at 5:03:45 seconds. At 5:04, Liam falls from the third floor balcony into the interior courtyard of the hotel. Some suggest that he was trying to escape because he maybe felt he was locked in this hotel. It actually seems like the bag he had with him was thrown onto the balcony below. So he may have been trying to jump from one balcony to the second balcony, but then had fallen instead of landing on that balcony below.
I was meeting our wedding planner. We had gone up to the room. We happened to be looking out of the window of our hotel at the pool and area just to show her the view from the hotel, and we saw Liam fall.
Oh no, an actual witness to him falling? Emergency services arrived at 5:11 p.m., 7 minutes after the second 911 call. The paramedic said, upon arrival, we found a victim in the inner courtyard. There were no signs of life, and given the nature of his injuries, his death was pronounced at the scene. So police suggest that it seems like Liam was trying to get from the third floor balcony to the second floor balcony and then jump a short distance to the ground. One of the hotel employees found this second bag on the second balcony that was below him, and there was this bag of pills with a note that said, "For Liam," and it had a bunch of various pills and a bottle of Jack Daniels. So it seemed like he dropped the bag down, planning to escape the hotel. And as we saw in 2014, Liam wasn't shy when it came to climbing on ledges. He really lived like life on the edge and was not scared of heights, I guess, because I was always way too scared. Even my own balcony, I'll be like standing a foot away. A source told TMZ that in mid-September, his bodyguard had locked him in a Florida rental while he was under suspicion that he was in the middle of a drug binge. He then escaped through the balcony using a hose to climb down. So he has a tendency to go and escape, and it seems like this was one of those attempts. He just ended up dying. He died because of severe cranial fracture, a ruptured liver, multiple broken bones, and a shattered pelvis. His room was left a mess with a shattered mirror, a TV, overturned furniture, white powder everywhere, empty alcohol bottles, and prescription pill bottles for anxiety. Leaked WhatsApp messages from Liam's phone, timestamped at 4:20, revealed him offering $5,000 to an escort named Valentina to party and to bring substances. Looking at our timeline, that would have been right between him going and calling for room service to bring up whiskey, and then at 4:30, reports of heavy lifting and banging from his room. So when he was kind of in this like ruckus state is when he was offering these escorts to come over. When looking at the autopsy, his blood alcohol level was 3.5 times higher than the legal driving limit. He had pink cocaine in his system, normal cocaine in his system, crack cocaine in his system, and Xanax in his system. Poor guy. He just did not even want to be there. I mean, that is just so sad. I feel so bad for him. I mean, he was so struggling. He wanted to be on all these drugs that really just dissociate you from yourself. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.